Welcome back to Sinpact. If you've been following this channel, you know we don't just chase the hype. We look at the signal and the noise. And right now, the signal is deafening. We are standing at the edge of what historians are already calling the Great Decoupling. For the last 20 years, technology was something you held in your hand. A smartphone, a laptop, a tablet. It was a tool. But in 2026, the tool has developed an intent of its own. We are moving from a world of passive technology to a world of active intelligence. If 2023 was the year of chatbot, and 2024 was the year of the video generator, then 2026 is the year of autonomous agent. It's the year where the digital and physical worlds finally fuse. We aren't just using the internet anymore. We are living inside a planetary scale computer that is constantly predicting our next move. In this deep dive, we aren't just listing cool gadgets. We are dissecting the 10 structural shifts that have fundamentally altered how you work, how you create, and how you even define what is real. This is the definitive guide to 2026. Grab a coffee, settle in, because the world you woke up in this morning is already gone. Let's start with the big one, Agentic AI. For years, we've been stuck in the prompt response. You ask a question, the AI gives an answer. It was basically a glorified encyclopedia. But 2026 marks the death of the chat interface. Enter the large action model. What's the difference? A large language model knows how to talk about a pizza. A large action model knows how to order the pizza. Negotiate a discount because the last one was cold, and tip the driver based on your pre-set preferences. In 2026, we've seen the rise of personal AI agents that live on the edge right on your device. These agents have agency. They have long-term memory. They don't just forget you after the session ends. They know your boss's communication style. They know your kid's soccer schedule, football for me. And they know you're trying to save money for the new Rock Streaks upgrade. The economic impact here is staggering. We are seeing the middleman economy vanish. Travel agents, gone. Basic paralegal, replaced. Personal assistants, now available for $20 a month. But there's a dark side. When agents start talking to other agents, we get agentic drift. Imagine your AI assistant arguing with a customer service AI for 3 hours over a $5 refund. This new digital landscape, a billion autonomous scripts running the world while we sleep. Trend number 2, physical AI. We used to think robot apocalypse would look like Terminator. Instead, it looks like a quiet warehouse in the suburbs. In 2026, humanoid robots have graduated from cool YouTube demons to standard operating procedures. Companies like Figure, Tesla, and Boston Dynamics have cracked the code on general purpose actuation. They stopped trying to program robots with logic. If wall, turn left, and started training them with world models. These robots have watched millions of hours of human video. They understand gravity, friction, and momentum. If you push a 2026 era humanoid, it doesn't just fall over, stumbles, recovers, and looks at you with a sensor array that is processing depth more accurately than the human eye. But why now? Because of interface scaling, we've shrunk the massive models that used to require a server from down to chips that fit inside a robot's chest cavity. These machines are now working 24/7 in logistics, assembly, and even elder care. They don't get tired, they don't join unions, and they don't need breaks. This is the greatest shift in labor since the steam engine, and it's happening right in front of us. If your job involves moving physical objects in a predictable pattern, the physical AI trend is coming for your paycheck. Number 3, is personal for anyone in the creative space. We call it vibe coding. For decades, the high priests of tech were the coders. They spoke secret languages: Java, Python, Rust. If you wanted to build a digital business, you had to pay the gatekeepers. Not anymore. 2026 has seen the total collapse of the barrier between idea and execution. With tools that use natural language programming, the vibe is the code. You don't write syntax, you describe intent. You tell the system, I want a video editing suite that automatically detects my Sinpact style, adds B-roll from my Vato subscription, and exports in the 4K. And the AI doesn't just give you a template, it builds the software to do it. This created a massive long tail of software. We are seeing millions of single-use apps built for one person for one specific task that exists for one day and then deleted. Why hunt for the perfect app in the App Store when you can just vibe one into existence in 30 seconds? But this leads to a massive question. If everyone is a developer, what is the value of a developer? In 2026, the value shifted from knowledge of syntax to clarity of vision. If you can't describe what you want clearly, the AI can't build it. Logic is the new literacy. Let's get uncomfortable. Trend number 4. Brain-computer interfaces. 2026 is the year BCI went prosumer. We aren't just talking about Elon Musk's Neuralink for medical patients. We are talking about non-invasive neural sleeves and headbands that detect subvocalization and intention. Companies have figured out how to intercept the electrical signals traveling from your brain to your hands. You don't actually have to move your thumb to click a button. You just have to intend to move it. For gamers, this is the holy grail. The latency between your brain and the game character is now effectively zero. But it goes deeper. We are seeing the first shared neural spaces, experimental platforms where two people can share a basic vibe or emotional state through synchronized BCI headsets. Is the closest we've ever come to true telepathy. The privacy implications are, quite frankly, terrifying. If a company can read your intention, they can market to you before you even know you want something. You are entering the era of neuromarketing, where the buy button is located in your motor cortex. In 2026, your thoughts are the final frontier of data harvesting. Number 5 is the most important trend for the survival of society, the truth layer. In 2025, we reached peak deception. AI video became so good that you couldn't trust a video of your own mother asking for money over FaceTime. It almost broke the internet. Trust collapsed. In 2026, the tech industry fought back with digital provenance. Every high-end device, including the OnePlus 11R I used to film now, comes with a hardware root of trust. When I hit record, the sensor itself signs the video file with a cryptographic key that proves it was captured by a physical lens in the real world. We call this the content nutrition label. You can click on any video on the web and see its history. Was it edited in Photoshop? Was an AI filter used? Was the voice synthesized? Blockchain has finally found its killer app here. It's not about bored apes or crypto gambling anymore. It's about a decentralized ledger of reality. If video doesn't have a chain of custody, it's assumed to be fake. In 2026, seeing is believing is a dead phrase. Now it's verifying is believing. Trend 6 is the invisible trend that's keeping every IT director on earth awake at night. Post-quantum cryptography. Quantum computers aren't science fiction anymore. While they aren't in every home, Shor's algorithm, the math that can break almost all current internet encryption, is now a practical threat. In 2026, we've entered the harvest now decrypt later era. bad actors have been stealing encrypted data for years, waiting for a quantum computer to get powerful enough to unlock it. The response? A total global migration to PQC. We are literally rewriting the security protocols of the entire internet. Every bank, every government agency, and every messaging app like WhatsApp or Signal has had to swap their RSA encryption for lattice based cryptography. It's the biggest Y2K event in history, but most people don't even know it's happening. But make no mistake, the only reason your bank account hasn't been drained by a quantum powered bot today is because of this massive silent transition. 2026 is the year we secured the digital future for the next 50 years. Let's look at the three trends that are reshaping the structure of tech: neuromorphic and green computing. The old way of throwing more brute force GPUs at AI is over. It's too expensive and it uses too much water. 2026 is the year of neuromorphic chip. These chips don't process data like a calculator. They process it like a brain using spiking neural networks. They only use power when they need to fire. This has dropped the energy cost of AI by 90%, making sustainable AI a reality. The rise of sovereign AI. The world is tired of being digital colony of Silicon Valley. In 2026, countries like India, France, and UAE have launched their own sovereign AI clouds. They aren't training on the whole internet. They're training on their own specific languages, legal codes, and cultural nuances. This is localized intelligence. It's more private, more relevant, and it's breaking the monopoly of the tech giants. The smart glass pivot. Look around you. The smartphone hunch is starting to disappear. In 2026, we finally hit the Ray-Ban moment for smart glasses. They don't look like huge VR goggles anymore. They are lightweight, they have 12-hour battery lives, and they use multi-modal AI to see what you see. If you are at a grocery store, your glasses highlight the ingredients you need for your diet. If you meet someone at a conference, a tiny discrete text box reminds you of their name and the last thing you talked about. The screen has finally moved from your pocket to your field of vision. And finally, trend number 10. Biotech convergence. This is where tech becomes life. For the last century, medicine was based on averages. If you have a headache, you take the same aspirin as a billion other people. In 2026, we have moved to generative biology, AI models trained on dark matter of the human genome. We are now designing custom proteins and mRNA therapies in real time. We are seeing personalized vaccines designed for an individual's specific cancer marker. We are treated as code that needs to be debugged rather than a patient who needs to be guessed at. This isn't just about living longer, it's about biological optimization. We are seeing the rise of biohackers using AI-driven blood analysis to tweak their nutrition and hormones with surgical precision. In 2026, the line between healthcare and hardware maintenance has blurred. Your body is the ultimate device. And we finally have the manual. So there you have it. 10 trends that aren't just changing the world, they're rebuilding it from atoms up. We are living through the most volatile, high-stakes era in human history. It's easy to look at this list and feel overwhelmed. It's easy to worry about AI taking over your job or robots reading your mind. But remember, technology is not a destiny, it's a choice. The people who win in 2026 won't be the ones who fear the agents or hide from the smart glasses. They will be the ones who learn to collaborate. The ones who use vibe coding to launch the business they've been dreaming about for a decade. The ones who use AI to become more human, not less. This is the Sinpact mission: to stay curious, stay critical, and stay ahead. I want to hear from you. Which of these trends do you think is a total nothing burger? And which one are you terrified of? Let's start the debate in the comments. I'll be down there responding to as many as I can. If you made it this far, you're clearly a die-hard fan for the future. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let's keep navigating this madness together. I'm Sinpact, and I'll see you in the future.